Don't go anywhere. Don't
I'm
go
not.
anywhere.
I'm not.
Don't go anywhere.
I'm not. I'm sitting on my
Don't
back.
go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, you! Yes, you. Are you tired of being told you're in the mud in online football discourse? Are you tired of having receipts pulled up on you because you were wrong about your favourite baller or team? Does your fragile ego need to be validated and stroked by winning meaningless football arguments on the internet? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then do I have the guide for you? Follow these 6 rules of football fan conduct, and you too will start slinging more receipts than a department store at Christmas, and bathing more people in mud than a luxury day spa at an ogre's swamp. In order to cut through the BS and start getting more of your predictions right about your football clubs or others, you must be ruthless in appraisal. If there's any doubt in your mind about an opinion you or someone else has had, the statement must be scrupulously examined for fallacy, and if you have any doubts about the argument whatsoever, the likelihood is that it is misguided in some way. The saying is that the truth hurts, and this is quite true for footballing discussions. For example, if there is a player you are borderline on, you're neither here nor are you there, and you're not sure if you rate him or not, if there is insufficient objective evidence of his ability or efficacy to the team, it's better to err on the side of caution, as the law of probability states that he is most likely insufficient for a team and what they are trying to achieve. In order to maintain standards at a football club, or any institution for that matter, there must be some form of jeopardy that follows those who fall too far behind or slip, so to speak. To ensure targets and goals are met, this is very important, and these precedents must be set by the fans. Always have the mentality of essentially holding your club to ransom. Doing so will also assist you in swerving criticism and ridicule from rival fans, because by doing so, your takes are going to be more sensible than those who don't. If something needs to be called out, don't hesitate to call it out, even if it's not in the best interests of your club, because ultimately, that tough love will make your club better in the long run if these thoughts are shared en masse by the fan base. And this is a important responsibility of fans. Don't shirk your responsibility and do your part. If you're an ultra-competitive, immature, egomaniacal top superfan, and you want to win an argument at all costs, what better thing to do than be a hypocrite? But tread carefully. This strategy fails if the person you're arguing with is intelligent or has functioning short-term and long-term memory. However, if you're in a public forum where no one has anything you have said on record, it doesn't hurt to be a bit hypocritical for the sake of dunking on rival clubs and players. Double standards in this case can be used willy-nilly, and guess what? No one's gonna know. Because the reality is no one cares what you think. Whether we think so or not, bias cannot be completely circumvented. There is always going to be a benefit of the doubt given to our own teams, especially on decisions or talking points that are grey. However, this doesn't mean you shouldn't do everything you can to circumvent this, and this is best done with a psychological trick, which is as follows. Try to think of your team the way your bitterest rivals would think about your team, and operate within that mental framework when generating your thoughts and opinions. A rival fan is more likely to see deficiencies where you can't, or where you would otherwise think there are none. This is the key to being accurate in your predictions and statements. This way you can easily separate the wheat from the chaff when it comes to what points to discard and what points to give credence to. Which football fan hasn't been shameless in their time watching the beautiful game and avidly supporting a club in the tribalistic landscape of club football? However, being shameless and making shameless statements is high risk, high reward. If it comes off, the banter can be legendary. If it doesn't, you can be left with blushes and eggs on your face, amongst other things. And intrinsically, being shameless usually begets the latter is more probable. A lot of people believe in the football gods. However, I'm not so superstitious. I believe if you keep your shameless statements within the realm of familiarity, you won't get much flack for it, and you can get away with it because what are the people who know you're going to do? Cancel you? They may ridicule you for a little bit, but it's nothing compared to if you're in a public forum where it's important to be intellectually honest. Where you're really winning, however, is being outrageous and shameless and being right in a public forum. Now that's how you know you're indeed the special one. However, this is very difficult to manage, so ensure that your statement has a high degree of veracity and look for off-ramps at any opportunity if you are wrong. 'Cause admitting you're wrong is for weaklings. Emotion is and always will be a fundamental facet of football. It is the blood that runs through the veins and arteries of the beautiful game. However, sentimentality should always coexist with objectivity, not stifle it or vice versa. Many fans and even football clubs themselves fall into this sentimentality trap, and thereby inadvertently hold their clubs back by keeping players who are past their use-by dates or playing players that are out of form. If in your heart of hearts you believe something needs to change at your respective football club, consulate your decision with your head, however bind it with your heart. If we take the passion out of football, then what are we actually doing here? Yet, at the same time, don't let your heart make the decisions for you. You do right by your club. Thanks, Deji.